Hello and welcome back to another episode on Court Farm Country Park. As usual, we are first loading the milk. We're gonna take that to sell point, and we also have a palleted clothes ready. So we're gonna sell that also. And while I'm on the way to sell the clothes, I mean, probably on the way back, I will go and check out. Excuse me for a second while I set up my lights. I will go and check out the fields I wanted to buy, because we do need more grassland, and yeah, right now is the perfect time to get new fields, so we can actually prepare the soil and the nitrogen and everything we need to do in order to have the best yield. Okay, so I will start recording when I'm at the sell point. The best price today is here at the Tall Tree Stores, Bay 1, and that is the bay right here at the far end of the selling place. So let's go. Yeah, we're getting quite a decent amount of milk now when the cows have calved. So we are getting a decent income each month. So we got what, around 60 grand right now. Yeah, I really shouldn't be turning like this. Anyway, I'll go back to the farm. I need to do some forklift work, and then we're off to sell the clothes to get another 20-25 grand. I'm not sure what the price is at the moment. So to be as efficient as possible, I am going to first ready the car and the trailer. So when we are in the forklift, we can move everything we need to, including load the trailer up. Yeah, this should be good enough, and it truly is. Yeah, of course. Hit the rock wall. Well, it's a Land Rover, you can't really... It doesn't matter, you know, this thing is built like a tank. Okay. Yeah, and there is the snow forecasted, so I'm going to put my tractors under cover. It's not a problem if they're outside during dry days, but when it's forecasted to be snowing, yeah, I do want to put them under cover. Even though you don't want to have your machines outside for too long because of the dew, the morning fog and stuff like that, well, builds up moisture. In your joints and vehicles and stuff like that, so yeah. And as you may have noticed, we have a path now. I have built this in the previous episode, I mean during previous episode, and now we can reap the rewards. Oh wow, I wasn't expecting the forklift to jump like that. Beacon on so we are visible. Yeah, so today I'm going to visit a few fields that I think would be good for us to actually get for grass production. because we do need to up our, well, not grass solely, but we need to up our hay production. And I think I'm gonna use all fields to produce hay, and we're gonna make maize silage. So previously I made silage from grass, and now I think it would be wise to actually use the maize crop, because it's taller and it has way more volume per hectare or per acre, whatever you want to call it, than grass. If you think, well, grass is, you know, lower crop, it's not as chunky as the corn is. So yeah, I think maize is gonna be a good thing. But I do need to have my trailer checked if I can make it into what's it called, into a silage configuration. So it usually means that the sides are bigger and you can hold a lot more volume, so we don't cart as much as we would with the regular trailer setup. If that is not an option, I might even think about I can't remember. Does the pallet go on its wide side? What am I doing? This pallet is a little bit finicky. Well, it's not exactly straight, but okay. I hope it will work. Yeah, okay, so the pallet actually fits on with the wider side. Just push it in a bit. Yeah, it really doesn't behave like a real pallet, which is fine, you know, because it is a game, but you do want it to have as real as possible so you can do your stuff. Let's close the doors over here. And let me check where the best sell price is. Oh, that's expected though. Okay, that is on. And let's see. Clothes. So 24.5, 24.25. Do we have any buyers? No. Tall Tree Stores, Bay 1. Okay, this is exactly the same bay as it was for the milk cell. So it looks like they have they have a thing today, because they have the highest prices for all the goods we are selling. Cool. So the two fields I want to check are on the left side. I did write down the plot numbers, but I forget to write down the field numbers because they are different. And yeah, so we're gonna have to see what plots we want to take a look at, and yeah, go there and take a gander. We should have almost 275,000 pounds in the bank when we do this selling. So yeah, that's a nice chunk of change that we can spend for our field. And it looks like the milk production is going to keep up, so we are going to be refilling our bank account each month by quite some amount. Okay, and we have 277,000 pounds. Let me just check something. So under miscellaneous, we are receiving the environmental score bonus. We have quite a high environmental score, so we're getting a nice bonus. But remember the number 6118. I've written it down because I do want to see if we are getting money from the field we bought, so where the campers can set up their tents and everything, because it is supposed to give you some income. Okay, so I was looking at field 144, 188, but I'm thinking maybe field 24 would be also good, because I think 27 and 144 are not plowed. That means they are plain grass, and if I want to spread slurry on them and fertilize it, the grass, I mean, I would need to plow up the field and reseed it with grass. And I'm not sure I'm willing to do that. If we can get a field that it's already in a fertilizable state. So yeah, field 27 is on our right. Just quickly jump out. That's that big field at the back. And okay, I will just cut through this house. Yeah, I know. I'm just showing you how tough this Land Rover is. Okay. And this is the entrance. This is the entrance to that field. And of course I came in not quite enough, so I'm just gonna leave the Range Rover here. And this is the field, and yeah, I think this is a plain meadow. It's not harvestable. Let me just I mean, it's harvestable, but you can't fertilize it. As you can see over here, you can, because it's, how should I say, different color, and these are plain meadows, so this could be made into a pasture. You have that expandable husbandry's mod, but yeah, let me field info. Let's see, yeah, but this is not registering as a field. Okay, well, change of plans. I'm not gonna be looking at the meadows like this, because I, again, want to have a field that is actually usable and that we can pump slurry into it. Okay, so what is the price? 162,000. And this is the field that's right next to that. So the entrance. Okay, one entrance is over here, it seems. Let me go down and see if there's another one over there. Alright, so field 24 is on our right. It's that one behind. And as you can see, fields that you can actually fertilize have a different grass type on, and they just look different. Now let me see, there should be a road right here on the... Okay, it looks like it's plenty wide enough for our tractors and whatever we need to bring here to the field to do our work. So that's good. Now let's see if there's an entrance on this side. And the answer is yes, we have an entrance. Okay, so if I step out... It doesn't show. Is this a field we can fertilize or is it not? I can't decide because on the other side there are also fields. But I think that's a different crop, so yeah. I'm gonna go with the yes. And if not, I'm gonna be sad. No, not really, but yeah, this is probably a different crop. This is not grass, or is it grass? Check real quick. Growth. Yeah, this is rye in this field. Okay. So yeah, so this field 24 has a price of 162,000 and it covers what is the size of it? 2.44 hectares. Okay, and our current field is 2.94 hectares. So okay, it's still smaller. 2.73 is still smaller. Well, that's interesting. But it looks like the yield potential on field 24 is high, so yeah. You know what? I'm gonna buy this field. Okay, and we are now a proud owner of a new field, of a grassland field, and I think it's gonna be great. This is gonna be perfect because we still have 115,000. Oh, look at the town. So this is out of bounds of the map, but look at the lengths the modder went to when creating this map. This is really something else, and there's also a highway, okay? I just only noticed that. How cool is that? Okay, I'll return back to the farm, and I think I'm gonna lease a, what's it called? Come on. It's called, for soil testing, so under here, and Isaria Scout. Yeah, I'm gonna lease this and I'm gonna do soil testing so we know exactly what we are dealing with. And then we're gonna go and make a plan on how we're gonna improve the yield of this field. So because it's probably mostly loam, the yield should be pretty good from the get-go. But you know, if we can help some, of course we're gonna do help some. And there is another thing, we have a lot of slurry, and it would be a good thing if we could use that for fertilizing grassland, because yeah, if we sell it we get some money, but if we fertilize grassland we get a lot more. So yeah, well, see you back at the farm. Lights off and the vehicle is parked. Yeah, some bumps and bruises and scrapes, but nothing too major. Okay, I am going to take glass tractor for this soil sampling job because it's already outside in the snow. And we don't really need anything bigger for this. And also, I haven't driven it for some time now, so yeah, it's gonna be a pleasant thing. This tractor also sounds amazing. Right next to our vent. That sounds brutal. That was a little bit of a tight squeeze, but hey, we're in. Okay, let me quickly go and make a deal about that. Isaria, scout, lease, yes. But I must say, it's a pretty dark day. There's not much light coming through the clouds. You know, judging it's 9:14 a.m. and we are still looking like very early in the morning. Okay, well, see you at the field. So to see the way we get to the field, I'm gonna have you in the cab with me. And I think this is a pretty idyllic way to go. Next to a house. This house is very close to the road. But this is like it was back in the day, because the roads were narrow, you know, for horse and carriage. You didn't really need to have a lot of space left and right. And when the vehicles got bigger, the houses stayed where they were. Of course they did. Yeah, I still remember some towns, you know, in Europe, where the roads are so narrow that you can barely go through with a modern car now. But back then, it was, you know, pretty normal. Just noticed there's a caravan driver pushing me behind. I'm too slow. And the caravan driver coming in front, excuse me, wasn't paying attention. And this is also a nice little gravel road leading to the field, so yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty good. So yeah, we are actually exploring the map a little bit more, getting to know it. Here on the left are two fields. But the entrance, I think, for the second one is at the end of this road. And so it is. Alright, let me unfold the Isaria Pro. And let's start sampling. If you're new to this, what I'm using is a soil sampler. This machine takes soil samples. Of course, it's you know, self-explanatory. By pushing the rod into the ground and picking up the sample of the soil. Well, that's also self-explanatory. But it's part of the precision farming mod, in which you have to check what kind of soil you have, because different types of soil need different types of seed amount, different types of nitrogen amount, different types of pH. So yeah, there's a whole science behind this, and it's really made quite simple in Farming Simulator. And on the left, on the minimap, you can see a green circle. That circle means the area of the soil we are testing. And when you gather all the samples, you send them to analysis and you get back information about your soil and then you can use precision farming map to actually use that information to make your yield as best as possible. So to show you from the outside how the machine works, it's a 3-point hitch, one mounted, and you go over the field, and when you're at the right spot, can I cover this? Yes, I can. Awesome. You press B on PC and the rod goes down into the ground, quote unquote, and then it picks up a soil sample. It's a little bit difficult to see, but there are 3 cups underneath. You can see there's soil in them, and they simulate the samples taken. And this precision farming mod is a very extensive mod. It takes into account how much you have disturbed the soil, so the more you till your soil, the more you plow it, the lower your precision farming score is. And this is not, you know, something that only affects your role play, if you want to say it like that, but it actually affects your prices. So if you go into the precision farming map, you can see we have sampled this much of the field, and these are the fields we have already sampled because they are ours and we use them, use that information all the time. And you can see you have different types of soil. You have loamy sand, sandy loam, loam, slit clay, and this is soil sample taken. This is over here. And as far as I've gathered, loam is the best yielding type of soil, and it gives you the most product. If you go to pH, you actually see how much lime you need to spread on your fields. Again, different types of soil require different pH levels, and this is nitrogen map. Field 54 has been fertilized with slurry, so this is why it's in different colors, because slurry is not homogeneous. It has different amount of nitrogen in, and this is actually simulated with precision farming mod, which I think it's amazing because it's very true to life. And these are the fields we have harvested, and we haven't replenished the nitrogen. And this is the yield we got from fields. As you can see, it's very codependent on the soil type. If you pay attention to field 57, for example, yield is exactly matching the soil types underneath. So yeah, that's one fun thing. And then you have your score for each field separately. And you have your overall environmental score. And if you have an environmental score of 50, you get no bonus, you get no malus for your selling products. If you have more than 50, you get a score increase your sell prices. You can see it. Okay, it goes down. Your environmental score increases your sell prices by 6% because we have higher environmental score. And what is counted is nitrogen levels, pH value, weed control. You can do weed control with without any chemicals. You can do it by spraying, or you can use a mod that comes with precision farming that gives you a how should I say it? Sprays only where the weeds are, so it uses minuscule amount of herbicide, and it's, you know, the best for your environment because you don't overload your soil, and the water that goes underneath the earth, underneath the soil, you don't put too much of herbicide in it. And tillage, this is the plowing thing I said. So if you do low tillage like disc harrow or a simple cultivator, it's the best. If you use plowing, you actually turn your soil deeply, and it lowers your score. And soil sampling, yeah, this is this goes up with you taking samples of the soil. Yeah, so it's a fun thing, and also the seed rate is different on each soil type. So yeah, let's continue. This was a very quick overview of the mod, but I think it's a great mod. I use it in all my games. And let me just quickly show you the sprayers. Yes, over here you have precision farming DLC mod. You can see that, and this actually sprays only where the weeds are. So it is 52 grand, but it saves you so much money on herbicide if you go the weeding route. On the other hand, you can use a weeder, you know, those rakes that pull out weeds on the ground. Yeah, I can't really reach the far corner of this field. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna leave that little speck unpested, unsampled. Now let's hope I can cover all this. Yes. So on the left you can see we have taken 11 soil samples by now. And I think the price for sending each soil sample to analysis is £100, which basically means we are £1,100 at the moment. 1,200. You can see it went 12, and maybe we have to do 2 more samples. Yeah, because this is an awkward shape to fit it into a circle. Yeah, so I really recommend this mod for anyone who wants to put more realism into your gameplay, and it's really a lot of fun, you know, because it takes out the monotonous fertilizing and weeding and everything like that. And I think it even rewards you if you chop your straw from combine. It gives a bit of nitrogen back into the soil. But yeah, we have finished sampling, and on PC you press Z to send soil samples for analysis. I'm gonna fold the machine up, and now it should be a very short wait for the results. And the results are in, so we have 700. Okay, it means that we are at a lower difficulty, I think. And let's see, field 24. Okay, as you can see, we have more than half of the field of loam, and we have slit clay. The pH is pretty good for the moment. I'm not gonna bother with that. Nitrogen needs some boosting. Yield we don't really have, and the seed rate we don't really have because we haven't put any seed in it, and we're gonna keep grass as is. Okay, time to return the sampler unit, and then we'll see you back at the farm. I'm not sure how much work we have to do today because it's the ground is probably still frozen. It's minus outside, and it's in the middle of the winter. The animals are all set up, so there's no need to do any of that. But I think I need to clean out the cow pen of the manure. Yeah, that is one thing that we could do today, and that's gonna probably be it. Okay, managed to get back to the farm. I have turned off the beacons. I'm gonna close the doors. There's two of them. And now to remember, where have I left my manure fork? Do I even have one? Let me quickly check. Is there anything? Oh, Schaefer. Ooh. 30 grand, huh? Okay. Focus. Front loader tools. Yeah, we have manure fork. Where? Where did I put it? I think it's not in here. Maybe in one of these garages. Yeah, of course not. Okay, well, I will do some research to find that manure fork, and I'll be back because the cows have a mound of poo. Looks like they don't have any straw left. Okay, so we're gonna have to do that also. But first cleaning out, and then filling it back in. Okay, well, thinking of, I will use the bucket because it's also a higher capacity. I need to wash it off anyway, so there is no big issue by using it if we clean it thoroughly afterwards, of course, because we do use this for feed making. Excuse me, calves. It's gonna collect this. Of course, this is a very tight shed. It may be a thing to buy that Schaefer because it's an articulated telehandler, wheel loader, whatever you want to call it, and it would actually be easier to go around corners with the bucket on, but nah, I think we're quite okay. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What happened? Okay, well, let's go to a bit of a time lapse, and then we're gonna do a bit of a time lapse of bale unwinding, so we give bedding to our cows, and that's gonna be it for this episode. The cows are all mucked out. I wasn't able to find the manure fork. I still can't remember where I put it. But anyway, the telehandler and the bucket both need thorough cleaning. I'm gonna take care of that. And I'm still thinking about that Schaefer machine. Should we buy another one? It would help us by... So we could... Ooh. I have just noticed how windy it is. So yeah, that would help us by with making DMR, because we could have one machine on this side that could load the... Excuse me while I drive. uh, I would be able to load silage with it, and on the other side we could have another machine that could be used for loading hay and straw. So buying that might not be such a dumb idea. And you know what? I think I'm gonna get it. Or will I? You'll have to wait for the next episode to see. Ah. Okay, let me put this back, and I will unload all the, I mean, not all, but I think I will take a few bales out of the barn. For that I need a bale fork that is right the opposite way of my heading right now. Okay, I don't actually have to take the bales out, I just need to take the highest one down, the third one, because the bale unwinder can't reach that high. And I'm gonna leave it here, park the telehandler in. Let's go get a tractor and put the go bale unwinder on. And opening the doors back up. Of course, I closed the barn too quickly. But I was fully expecting the cows to have enough bedding. So yeah, this caught me a little bit by surprise. But it doesn't matter, I can resolve that issue quite easily. And the sun has started shining. Yeah, it's a good day. It's always good to have a good day. Okay, let me lower this down. Will this fit? It will. I have barely kept the bale on, I wanted to say, but it looks like I haven't kept the bale on. It slipped. It slipped again. Why? Maybe I have pierced it too high. Yeah, it doesn't even... It looks like it's not lifting the bale. Why? Okay, that's an issue. I don't understand this. Okay, this is the bale spike down. Really? Really, Farming Simulator? Really? What's going on? Looks like the physics is all messed up. Okay, let me try something. I mean, look at this. What? What in the... And of course the fill level for the bale is showing empty. Okay, give me a second, I need to restart this. This is way too funny. Okay, take two. I have reloaded the game. Let's see if this works now. No. Okay, let me put this down so I pierce it back in and then slowly reverse into the barn. Okay, this is very peculiar. I haven't encountered a bug like this before. Anyway, we are giving the cows bedding. The cows are over here. And the bedding is going up. The slurry is almost full, so we're probably gonna be spreading slurry in the next episode. And in the next episode, I will be able to plant barley, wheat, canola, and not yet corn. Corn is in April. Potatoes, we're not gonna have any root crops, not gonna have any oil, linseed, rye, field bean, alfalfa. Okay. Okay, so yeah, this is also gonna be a time lapse. Be right back. Getting ridiculous. As you can see, we have the same problem yet again, but now this time we have two bales, and as you can see, I can't make a turn because this bale is stuck. And it won't stay attached. That's I don't understand this, really. I really don't. I'm gonna have to try something different. Yeah, this is really peculiar. I wonder what happens when we unwide the first bale. Alright, the first bale is unwinded. Let me see if I can. Okay, I have no idea what's going on. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this off screen because it's giving me some headaches. The cows have received 3 bales now, and I'm gonna put one more in and I'm gonna be done with this, and we'll see you in the next episode. So I would like to thank you for watching, and I wish everything good for you, and see you next time. Bye bye.